So does everyone here already have a Craigslist account and have all that already set up? Are we gonna start from the you have a Craigslist account? Most of you don't. Okay. So we'll start from the beginning. It's real easy to make a Craigslist account. You just go to Craigslist.com. You'll end up on the home page and log out actually. This is what the home page looks like. Sign up for an account. You just click it there at the bottom. It's just going to ask you for your email address to verify it. And now for the real estate section, they are requiring you to verify it by phone. I don't know if any of you have run into that yet, but they are requiring phone verified accounts. So that's one thing. But if you're at an office, I mean, you can run a couple of different numbers and get it approved, so it's pretty easy. That's the easy part. You'll have to verify it also in your email that you use. Use an email that you're going to be checking, because all these, if any flags or anything come through, they'll all go into that email. So I already have an account, so I'm just going to log in. That's the first step, is making that Craigslist account. The next part, just because I like going in, everyone likes seeing pictures. They like to have that rich text that makes your ads stand out compared to just black and white having color. I'm sure everyone likes that. So I used PhotoBucket for like 18 months, and because I was using it so much with advertising, they have the right to delete your account without giving you any warning or any reason why. So you can use PhotoBucket. It's great, it's free. You can upload all your images on there for all your flyers that you want to post at your houses, bank repo list, sell your home, all these different flyers that you guys want to create. You can use that to put it on there. It's free, but I actually switched over to GoDaddy.com. It's $20 a year, and you don't have to worry about your account ever getting deleted. So all the work that you loaded into that PhotoBucket would be erased, and I got like probably 200 ads erased from my PhotoBucket account, so it just made more sense for me to use a GoDaddy account. It's cheap, easy, fast, and it's all around better for me.
So you're using GoDaddy for your pictures and everything?
Yeah, well basically, I'll show you right now. Let me log in if I can remember my number. I'll try that already. I'll just kind of give you the breakdown of this. I'm sure everyone uses GoDaddy for the domain names, and if you guys are hosting your own website, you guys probably use GoDaddy too, so most of you this is probably pretty familiar. I'll just show it real fast. When you go on, it'll look something like this. After you buy it, it'll look like this. You can go, it's Photo App is what they call it. And it's really easy to do this. And it's just manage your account. But before I get into that, I want to go into how we do all this first, and then I'll show you how all this comes together. I know it sounds like a bunch of gibberish right now, but it'll all make sense. Okay, so first things first is we're gonna make it. We're gonna do our first post. Okay, most of you, I'm sure, have probably never done that. You're gonna want to make sure that you're posting into the correct area. So make sure you're doing Los Angeles. And it's not that it's the city, but that's just the metropolitan area that you're posting into is Los Angeles. So you make sure that you're going into Los Angeles, way down here at the bottom. And once you get this going, it'll automatically start defaulting stuff for you. So you saw that, you click go. Once you're in your account, this is what your account will look like. I have a couple of postings I haven't done for a while, but this is basically what it looks like. I usually have hundreds of postings in there. But up here at the top, let's go to Los Angeles, since that's where we're going to be posting all of our stuff. Okay. You're going to want to go to housing offered. The next step is going to bring you to this. You're going to want to go real estate by broker, because you're not a for sale by owner on it. And the next one, a lot of people get confused on where to post right here, because there's these subcategories. All the subcategory is when you're on the main page of Craigslist, they're going to have Los Angeles, all, and it's going to say all, and then it'll have these 5 subcategories, and your ad will be placed into it. If you could have Norwalk and be placing it in Long Beach. That's why I put all of my ads in Long Beach, because that's just the subcategory I want to dominate. But you can pick whichever one you want. They say to use the one that is closest to. So if you have a listing in Los Angeles, it's probably better to put it in the Central LA 213323 than compared to putting it in Long Beach or San Gabriel Valley, something like that. But for me, I just dump them all in Long Beach. So that's where I'm gonna go. This is where you'll end up. And this is where you put everything together basically. Okay, first I'm gonna show you how to do this, a very simple ad. This is if you guys don't wanna get real technical with it, you just wanna throw up some easy stuff. And if you do this a couple of times, it might, just give you that feel for it so you guys can move forward and start uploading flyers and images in here, because that's what you're really gonna wanna start doing to be truly effective with Craigslist. The price, I mean, it's pretty much listing or depending on what you're advertising, you put the price in. So for this example, I'm just gonna say $350. That's the price. Bedrooms, I usually don't put the number of bedrooms in that slot. I put it in the posting title, so I get more space to write on my headline. That's where you're gonna get all your attention. So I usually put something to the effect like, beautiful starter home has 3 beds, 2 baths, over 1,800 square feet with pool. And you're going to want to get really creative with the way you're writing these headlines. This is before anyone sees your images, before anyone sees your post, this is the first thing that they see. So you want it to sound as good as you can make it sound. You got to sell it with just that one little headline. And I'll show you what it looks like on the main page. We're going to put this in Norwalk. The posting description. This is if you're doing just a simple post, you would put, on 123, Fake Street, you put the address. You don't have to put the address, but some people do. I usually don't. That way they call me, they just don't drive by and say I don't like it. So you can actually get that lead. Then you could say, this is a great starter home, qualifies FHA, and the list goes on. Bring your first time buyer, shows great, and you can just go on and on and on with all this different stuff. And then you can add, if you want to do it the lazy way, you can add your images down here. And I put it in on the instructions too. You can add your images in here. You can only add 4. And I'll show you what it kind of looks like if we do it the way Craigslist has it kind of designed. Upload your one picture. I'll just put them all on there just to give you an idea of what it would look like if you put the maximum amount of pictures. And you can put the address, and Google will automatically map that for you, I think, and spit them and tell them how to get there and all that stuff. But like I said, I wouldn't do that, so you can force them to get that call that they're going to contact you first before they even drive by the property. So you go to continue, and we're going to write all this stuff. Okay, and this is what it's going to look like if you have, say, 4 different pictures and you had your, your description up here, your big paragraph. I'm going to tell you that this is probably one of the worst ways to probably do it. People aren't going to read a bunch of text if you write out, this great long paragraph of what the property is about. They're probably not going to read it. They say that the average reader on any website has the attention span of 10 seconds for reading. So they're not going to look at that. You're going to want a bunch of pictures and short bullet points, quick to the point, so they can see that. They need to visually see that, not read it. So this is just, if you want to go this path and start off that way, you can, but I would suggest not to. I call it on here complex, because we're going to put photos, basically your flyers, we're going to save those as images and post them into Craigslist, which makes it a lot more visually graphic for the user. So
less text, more pics.
Huh?
Less text, more pics.
Exactly. I mean, think about it. If you were going to a website and they had a huge long page of what the home was about, or you could see